Hey, it's Diederik here. Michelle and I came down to Melbourne today for the third of the three-part mastermind group that I'm running this year. And just a heads up, I'm running the mastermind group again next year. If you want to join, send me a request and we can have a chat and we'll see whether you fit in with the group. You'll get a massive amount of value for it out of that group. Now, what I wanted to talk to you about today was while we were driving to the airport, as you know, I purchased a practice and got back in the game and took over on the 18th of May. And while I was driving to the airport, I rang up 4 of my clients who I did bloods and biopsies on their pets yesterday. And the results came through to me overnight, and on the way to the airport I rang them up to talk to them about their results. And, you know, all 4 of them said, "Oh, wow, fantastic, thank you for ringing, you really care." Now, this contacting the clients and giving them their results is something I've been banging on about a long time. And that's what I wanted to talk about today. Now, in most practices, the clients are asked to ring in. "Oh, look, the results will be through tomorrow. Give us a ring and we'll have a talk to you about it." Well, 2 things about that. Number one, they'll ring in at the wrong time and they won't be able to talk to you, or they'll stuff your day up because you're in consults or in surgery or whatever. Then there's phone tag thing happening. So when you ring them first, you know, they will fit in with your day. And I rang some of these clients up at 6 and 7 o'clock this morning. And I checked in with them yesterday. I said, "What time?" I start at 5 typically. I said to them, "What time can I ring you with these results? Because I will be driving to the airport and I want to give them to you." And they all said, "We start at whatever time it is. You know, you ring us as early as you like." So that was a real wow to them for me to ring them, for me to make a special time on my way to the airport when I was obviously doing other things. So they really appreciated that. So you'll get that same response as well. So number one, they're not stuffing up your day and ringing at the wrong time with your schedule. Second thing is they feel that you care because you're ringing them. So as I said, I've been talking about this specific topic, you know, for quite a while. And it was brought home to me about 12 years ago when Robert Cialdini, or Bob Cialdini, whatever you want to call him, he's the guy that wrote the book Influence, the 6 Laws of Persuasion. He wrote another book called Yes. And in that book, they did studies on doctors and whatnot, and they looked at the value of results. So these doctors, let me go to the studies. So the studies, so these doctors were running tests on these people, okay? And then the results came through, and then the doctors were divided into a number of groups. One group, the client was asked to ring in, or the doctor rang the client. What was the perception of value in that? How did the client feel about that? The second group, the results were faxed to that client. And yes, I did say faxed, as I said, it was 10 or 12 years ago. The third group, the results were mailed in the mail, just as they came off the doctor's fax, so plain black and white. And the fourth group, the results were annotated in a different color pen. So it was the same fax that came from the lab, and then the doctor or someone on the staff had written personalized comments on that fax in a color that was different to the fax. So obviously red or green or something like that, faxes being black and white. And then the clients were polled or surveyed with respect to what, you know, gave them the most perception of value. And as you can understand, the ones that were mailed, that were personally commentated on by the doctor, had a much, much higher perception of value. Now, in all cases, the doctors talked to the client on the phone as well. So the first one was talking only, and the last one was the talking plus the mailed version of the hand annotated. So Which clients were happiest? Well, the clients that had the conversation and got the letter in the mail with all the personalised results on them. Way, 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 way happier. So again, with my clients, I have emailed those results to them, plus they get a copy in the mail. So let me just give you a little bit of a summary that I've created of this. So with this study, when you look at perception of value, which of those 4 results were most valuable, it was this one over here, the mailed copy plus the hand annotated. So the client said that they would have been prepared to pay a lot more for that result than for this result, which was the phone result only, okay? So you can, I'm not saying you should or you shouldn't, but you can charge more for this one. The client, there's a lot more in it for the client. And as well as that, there's the matter of believability. They also polled or checked on how believable these 4 results were. Well, the phone only delivered result was the most tenuous and the least believable in the client's mind, whereas the mailed hand annotated one had the most believability, reliability, credibility in the mind of the client. I know they're the same 4 results, but think of it from your perspective. If you got a phone call with a result on your car, or you got a written personal letter, or about the plumbing in your house or the repairs that need to be done to your roof or whatever, which one is going to be more believable to you? So we've got perception of value, we've got believability. The third thing was nothing to hide. When you give the results physically in some way, shape or form, rather than just on the phone, it shows that you've got nothing to hide. The next 2 are from, so that's all out of the study, and I've added 2 extra things in from my personal perspective of, and I've got a lot of coaching clients that we transition to this. We have them going from just talking with the results through on the phone to talking the results through on the phone and delivering information this way. And then we check in with clients and we do focus groups and also personal discussions with the clients. And we get a lot of stuff out of this. And 2 of the other things that I get out of it are, it's courteous. That doctor, that veterinarian, is regarded as being a lot more courteous when they make that phone call and when they send those results than if the client has to ring in, or if there's only just the phone call. And then the last thing, which is really important to me, is it's a point of difference. It's a huge point of difference. We're always looking to do, we're not trying to do anything better than any other practice. That's terribly wrong. We're never trying to be better than anyone else. That's setting yourself up for a really big fall. What we're trying to do is just be a little bit different in maybe a dozen or 20 or 30 different ways. And at the end of the day, that creates a huge slew of clients coming your way because they like that little bit of difference. They like the personalised touches. So I just checked my notes. Yep, I've been through everything I want to go through. So have a look at the way that you're delivering your histo results, your preoperative screens, your senior screens, and your general routine illness screens. How are you delivering them to your clients? Is there a way that you could simply and easily and more effectively wow your clients and have them talking about you? Just imagine if they had the blood results, sitting there on their lounge room table, and the whole family could have a chat about them. Anyway, over to you now. See you in the next video.